What's up? It's been a minute since my last video. I've been dealing with some personal stuff, and I actually have some exciting news that I will announce at a later date. But let's just get right into it. The sports world has slowed down a little bit. Right now, all we really have going on is the Masters, NFL football, and college football. Oh, sorry, and football. I can't disrespect our Philadelphia Union, who just won the Supporters Shield. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really understand soccer. Not like the rules and how to play it. I've played soccer my entire life. But the leagues and the tournaments and winning what and those, that doesn't really make sense to me, both here and in Europe. Now, the Union just won the Supporters Shield, which means they are the best team in the MLS until the playoffs that they're now in. And then the winner of the playoffs is the best team in the MLS. I don't know, soccer's weird, I don't really understand it. I'm trying to get more into it. All I really know is that the US women's national team is bomb and that Messi is better than Ronaldo. Other than that, congrats to the Union. Doop. Back to American football. Both the NFL and college football are in the middle of their seasons, and they are both facing swarms of COVID cases and cancellations. COVID cases are rising all over the country and in certain parts of the world, so it's not just alone to the sports world, but it is leaking into their leagues. College teams and college campuses are citing Halloween weekend as the main source for this big outbreak of COVID cases. They say students were having parties and curating super spreader events that have spread the disease throughout campus. You could get mad at the college students for throwing these parties, the students who went, football players who went and or were in contact with people who were at the parties. And that's reasonable. These students should be more responsible, see the bigger picture, kind of think outside themselves. But like I said a few months ago, I don't really blame the college students for being reckless. That's kind of like a college kid's MO. I blame the university for putting kids in this position and then acting surprised when they don't follow the rules. Whoever you want to blame this COVID spike on, it doesn't really matter. It's only getting worse across the US and across the sports world. So, for like the gazillionth time, wear your mask, don't gather in large groups, wash your hands, all that jazz, please just do it. Well, before any of them get canceled, let me give you my NFL picks for the week. This bit's getting old. I'll start with the 49ers at the Saints. The Saints are starting to get on a roll. Michael Thomas is back, and Drew Brees doesn't look old anymore. They finally look like the complete Saints team we expected to see coming into this season. On the other side, the 49ers are broken and COVID-ridden and just look like a sad JV team. I really feel bad for them. Kittle's out for the season, Garoppolo's in and out, they don't have anyone on the other side of the ball. It's really two teams trending in opposite directions. The Saints are a team on a mission to establish themselves as the best team in the NFC and make it to the Super Bowl. And the Niners are just trying to get out of the season alive. Saints, -9, that's a lock. Next up, give me a rookie battle. We got the Chargers and the Dolphins. Okay, the Dolphins are poised to make the playoffs. Let me say that again. The Dolphins are poised to make the playoffs. I know, it's crazy, but it's happening. Now, this is another bump in the road for the Dolphins. This Chargers team will not go down without a fight, but Tua seems like he's getting comfortable in this Dolphins offense. And like I said, the Chargers, they won't go down without a fight, but it seems like they find a new way to dramatically lose every week, and I'm going to trust that trend. This is going to be a rookie showdown with two exciting offensive players. I think Herbert's going to outplay Tua, but I feel like the Dolphins are just a better overall team. I'm taking the Dolphins, -2.5, that's a lock. Next, we got Seahawks at the Rams. I've unsuccessfully bet against the Rams once, and I'll do it again. The Rams are favored in this game, and for good reason. Seattle's defense has shown almost no improvements. They are the worst defense in the NFL. I think Jared Goff and Sean McVay are going to expose this team and pick them apart, using Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods and all the different design and play schemes they have. With that said, I think it's time for yet another vintage Russ game. He's going to put the team on his back, have some crazy scrambles, throw for like 500 yards, and I think he's going to pull it out for them. Knowing the Seahawks, that they've never played a normal game in their life, I'm sure it's going to be crazy and go down to the last minute with some Russell Wilson drive or a missed field goal or some weird NFL rule we never heard of. But I think they're going to pull it out. Seahawks, +1.5, that's an upset. The Texans are playing the Browns, and this one should be interesting. This is a team with nothing to lose versus a team with, I think, everything to lose. The Texans have already fired their coach, and this season is basically a wash. But they got a win last week, and might be trying to get their second in a row, because why not? Browns, on the other hand, are looking up at the undefeated Steelers and the 6-2 Ravens just in their own division. To try and make the playoffs, every game for them is a must-win. And this game got the feel of a trap game to it. There's no logical reason the Texans should win this game, but Deshaun Watson always has some tricks up his sleeve, and J.J. Watt's tired of losing. Texans, +3.5, that's an upset. For my screw pick of the week, I'm going with the Bills and the Cardinals. This game is just a hilarious quarterback height comparison game. You got Josh Allen at 6'5", and then you got Kyler Murray at 5'10". And even though I'm 5'10", he still makes me crack up seeing him run around out there. He looks like Baby Yoda. I don't know, it's hilarious. Either way, these are two surging young quarterbacks on good offensive teams. And while their styles of play are very different, I think it's going to be a really fun and close one to watch. Like all of these type of games, it really could go either way, and I'm not leaning one way or the other. I want to say the Cardinals because I like watching Kyler play, but I think the Bills are a more complete team. I'm going to go Bills +2, screw it. Those are my NFL picks, and you can trust me, because I got glasses on. This is really hurting my vision. Now, one football team I kind of wish would have their season shut down due to COVID is Penn State Football. Penn State is now 0-3 for the first time since 2001, and a lot of people are asking, what happened? A team that was playoff bound just 2 years ago is suddenly this bad? How can that be? Well, there's a few factors. Number one, this team is severely lacking in talent, and for a lot of reasons that are out of their control. Top draft prospect Micah Parsons opted out of the season due to COVID. Yetur Gross-Matos, KJ Hamler, and a few others were already drafted last year and in the NFL now. Journey Brown was diagnosed with an illness that's ending his football career. And Noah Cain and some others are hurt. On top of that, Penn State's lost its 12th man. The 12th woman. 12th person. Beaver Stadium and Penn State are known for having some of the loudest and most passionate fans in the country. The environment created at Beaver Stadium is unrivaled and undoubtedly helps feed the energy. Once you strip all those things away, there's two glaring issues with this team. The coach and the quarterback. Sean Clifford seems like a great guy, and I really do wish him well, but he's proving that he's not talented or athletic enough to carry a team. Last year he benefited from the players around him, but even then struggled in the big games. It's clear he's not the quarterback we thought, or maybe just wanted him to be. That leaves us with James Franklin. To his credit, he's led Penn State to a 56-26 record over the past 7 years, and helped put them back in the national conversation after all the Sandusky sanctions and backlash. With that said, he does deserve some criticism. Like Clifford, he's benefited from having a lot of talent on his team, but ultimately he was the guy recruiting them, having players like Saquon Barkley, Chris Godwin, Mike Gesicki, and Trace McSorley make the path to greatness a lot smoother. Though even with those guys, the glaring issue with Franklin has been his inability to win big games, especially in the fourth quarter. His decision-making in those games over the past few years have potentially caused the Lions a trip to the college football playoff. Without the NFL talent and the 107K strong to back him up, Franklin's shown a real lack of ability to lead this team to victory, especially when facing adversity. Does he deserve to be fired after the season? No. With all the obstacles in place with COVID and injuries and opting out, it's unfair to pin the blame on him. But it does prove what some haters have been saying for years, that he just may not be as good as we all think he was and gave him credit for. The bright side of this season is that Jahan Dotson has emerged as his next brand of NFL talent for this team. And at the very least, we'll get to watch him make crazy catches for the rest of the season. Other than that, we are sad. If you like this video, feel free to accept the results of the 2020 election. It's over. And if you based your personality on liking one of the candidates, well, feel free to throw out that personality and try a new one. Was that too political? I don't know, man. I just work here.